We've all been there, right? You're completely exhausted, but the second your head hits the pillow, your brain just decides to run a marathon. Well, in this explainer, we're going to walk through some simple, super effective ways to quiet that inner chatter and finally get some decent rest. So picture this. The day is finally over. You've earned this rest, and all you want to do is just switch off. You get all settled in, the room is nice and dark, it's quiet. Everything seems absolutely perfect for drifting off to sleep. And then, bam, it happens. Just as your body is starting to relax, your brain lights up like Times Square. It's suddenly replaying that awkward thing you said 5 years ago, building a to-do list for tomorrow, and trying to solve problems you have zero control over at 2 in the morning.
If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. But the good news is there are some really simple, effective ways to calm that racing mind. So let's just walk through them step by step.
So before we jump into the how-to, I think it really helps to understand why this even happened. Why does our brain choose the quietest, calmest moment of the day to suddenly get so loud?
It's a great question, isn't it? That tiny little worry you had at lunchtime can suddenly feel like this massive, earth-shattering crisis when you're lying in bed. And believe it or not, there's a pretty logical reason for it. Just think about the difference between your day and your night. During the day, your brain is like an air traffic controller, juggling work, calls, texts, and just constant noise. It's too busy to really dig deep into anything. But at night, when all those distractions finally fade away, your brain goes, okay, time to open all those files we didn't get to. And it starts unpacking every single unresolved thought it's been holding on to all day.
And this is so key. Trying to force your brain to just stop thinking is impossible. It's like trying to not think about a pink elephant. You're just gonna think about it more. It actually creates more stress. The real goal isn't to stop thinking, but to give those thoughts a designated place to, well, park for the night, so they stop doing laps in your head.
So how do we actually build that mental parking lot for our thoughts? Let's get into some practical tools. These are active, physical things you can do tonight to calm your whole system down. Okay, first up is a technique that so many sleep experts absolutely swear by. It's called the brain dump. And the idea couldn't be simpler. You basically just get everything that's looping in your mind out of your head and onto a piece of paper. You're literally signaling to your brain, hey, you don't need to hold on to this anymore. It's safe right here.
And the process is so simple. Just keep a notebook by your bed. Before you go to sleep, take 5 minutes, that's it, and just write down everything. Your to-do list, what you're worried about, anything. Then, and this is important, you consciously say to yourself, okay, this is handled. It's parked here until the morning.
Next up, let's talk about the physical side of worry. You know that feeling? When you're stressed, your heart's racing, and your breathing gets all fast and shallow? Well, you can directly fight back with a technique called 4-7-8 breathing. It's like a secret switch that tells your body, hey, you're safe. It's time to chill out. Let's just quickly walk through it. It's simple. You breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Then, you hold that breath for a count of 7. And now, for the magic part, you exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a full 8 seconds. That long exhale is key. Just doing this 4 or 5 times can have a huge calming effect on your entire body.
Of course, all these mental tricks work way better when your actual environment is set up for sleep. So let's talk about preparing your space and your routine for peace.
Look, we've all heard the advice to put our phones away, but here's the science behind why it's so important. That blue light from our screens literally tells our brain to stop producing melatonin, and melatonin is the hormone that signals, hey, it's nighttime, time to sleep. So scrolling before bed is pretty much like telling your brain to wake up right when you want it to wind down. Here's a super simple wind down routine you can literally start tonight. 30 minutes before bed, dim the lights. 20 minutes out, put the screens away. No more stressful news or endless scrolling. And for those final 10 minutes, do something genuinely relaxing, like reading a real book or listening to some calm music. And you know, the secret to making this work is consistency. Your body has this internal clock that absolutely loves a good routine. When you go to bed around the same time every night, even on weekends, you're basically training your brain to know exactly when it's time to start powering down.
Okay, finally, let's talk about mindset. Because you can have all the right techniques and the perfect environment, but if you're lying there fighting to fall asleep, it's always going to be a battle. The real goal here is acceptance, not resistance.
This is such a powerful way to think about it. When a worried thought pops into your head, instead of grabbing it and wrestling with it, just notice it. Acknowledge it's there, and then picture it just drifting by like a cloud in the sky. The more you can practice just observing without judging, the less power those thoughts will have over you. When you really boil it down, that nighttime worry happens because our brains just don't get a clear shutdown signal. So when you combine these strategies, you offload your thoughts onto
paper, you calm your body with your breath, you cut down on the stimulation, and you just let go of the struggle, you're finally giving your brain that unmistakable message it's been waiting for. It is safe to rest now.
So, as we wrap this up, remember that the real power comes from taking action. Please don't try to do all of this at once. Just look at these tools and ask yourself, what is the one small habit you can start tonight? Is it going to be the 5-minute brain dump, a few rounds of that 4-7-8 breathing, or maybe just putting your phone away 30 minutes before bed? Whatever you choose, that one small step is the start of way more peaceful nights and much better sleep.